Good morning, everyone. It's Gloria in the garden, and I am just recording this, making this little video. And while I do this, it's early in the morning. There's really no traffic on the main road yet. And it really is lovely. It's very peaceful. It's very quiet, and the birds are definitely busy working. This is my favorite time to come into the garden because you don't get all that other noise from the cars passing by. Of course, having said that, here comes one now. 2 and 3. So I'm just going to make this voiceover really quick because I don't like the interference of the traffic, and I love, however, the sound of the birds. It's really very peaceful in the morning here. I'm having my coffee, I'm sitting on the bench, and my plan is to weed this area and any other place. I kind of weed as I go, and it's really a very easy technique once you have amazing soil. And you've heard me speak before. I think the key is really in the soil. I add compost, and I've been adding compost to this garden every year. My own. When I didn't have my own, I would buy compost. It wasn't cheap, but I thought that it was important to add to the soil. I would add torn up newspapers, I would add coffee grounds, I would add anything that I knew that my worms and the little microorganisms would eat. So weeding starts with good soil. I know people sometimes hate weeding, but weeding has become a real passion of mine. It's a very relaxing thing to do right now when the soil is supple and soft, and it's just very, very easy to work in. So I call this my twirly technique because all it is just grabbing the roots, grabbing the base of the weeds. No, let me say that again. Grabbing the weeds from the base and kind of giving your weeds like a little twirl. You'll see in the video, I just kind of go around and around in a circular motion. I kind of pull as I go. There's like a little tension that the weed doesn't want to let go. But if your soil is supple and loose and loamy and airy, that loose has no choice but to let go. And that's the goal. The goal is to get the whole root. Just letting another car pass by. To get the whole root out. I don't believe in easy fixes. There's no such thing as an easy fix in gardening. Once you get that whole root out, you won't that root that's not coming back. So that's why my garden, if I stay on top of it, and at this point, after, oh my gosh, years and years of working this garden, they're not coming back. They're simply just not coming back. We might get different ones in another year, but if you stay on top of it, and every time you see a weed, you just think of it as your therapy. Go down and as a challenge to see if you can get the whole root, which is what I usually do. It's great fun to do. So again, weeding should not be a horrible thing to do. It shouldn't be daunting. It's just, you just relax. You just weed one area at a time. Don't have to weed the whole garden. You walk through and you You see a weed, well, you stop and you twirl it. You get it out. So definitely, it's something to consider. Other than using, these chemicals, these horrible roundy things that all you have to do is just spray and it kills the weed. But just think of what else it's killing. It's killing all the other microorganisms in your soil. It's killing all the worms. It's killing anything that's living in your soil that's helping your plants to grow. So my advice is just take it easy with the weeding. You don't have to weed the whole garden. Little by little, I always say, gardening is the fun part. All aspects of it. Everything takes time. We can't expect an instant garden. And as you can see from the roots that I've pulled out, look how long the weeds I've pulled out. Look how long those weeds are. I mean, those are some pretty massive weeds. And I got the whole thing. So I know that in that area, that weed's not going to take hold and it's not going to spread. And it's going to make room for the roots of my plants. Just imagine those roots competing with the roots of your cucumbers or your tomatoes or your flowers for water. So again, weeding should be fun, and there's no reason why. Just letting the cars pass by. There's no reason why you should think of it as a daunting chore. Sure, at first, when you start working the soil, it's going to be hard. But if you put down, if you actually do the no-dig method, it's really easy. I did that last year, and this year, now there's like minimal weeds. So I'll talk about that in another video. But for right now, don't be scared of weeding. It's a fun thing to do. It's great for the garden. All those weeds get put into your compost pile. That's a wonderful source of nitrogen. So yeah, I leave you with that, and I'll see you in the next video.